Hello, 5th grade math students. This is part 2 of chapter 5.3, solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. In yesterday's lesson, we learned to solve an equation with a variable on one side of the equal sign. Now let's examine an equation with variables on both sides of the equal sign. Our equation is 6y minus 7 equals 2y plus 9. For what value of y will this statement be true? Let's begin with method 1, which simply asks us to guess and check. Let's say that y equals 2. Let's substitute in and evaluate our expression. So 6 times 2 minus 7 would equal 2 times 2 plus 9. 6 times 2 is 12. Minus 7 equals 4 plus 9. Uh-oh, I don't think this is going to be true, guys. What do you think? 12 minus 7 equals 5, and 9 plus 4 equals 13. So nope, this obviously isn't true if y equals 2. Let's guess another number and try again. What if y equals 3? 6 times 3 minus 7 equals 2 times 3 plus 9. That gives us 18 minus 7 equaling 6 plus 9. See, 18 minus 7 is 11, and 6 plus 9 is 15. Still not true. Let's try another number. Let's try y equals 4 and see what we get. 6 times 4 minus 7 would equal 2 times 4 plus 9. Multiplication first, so 6 times 4 is 24 minus 7, and 8 plus 9 would be on our right-hand side. 24 minus 7 equals 17, and 8 plus 9 equals 17. Okay, so we found it. The statement 6y minus 7 equals 2y plus 9 is true when y equals 4. All right. There's method 1. Now let's try method 2. Remember, method 2 is the technique where we build up and break down the two different sides to isolate our variable. So let's try that again. Our equation is 6y minus 7 equals 2y plus 9. So we'll begin by isolating our y's. We want to get our y's alone. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my 7 to the other side of the equation so I can get this 6y alone. Now the reason I'm moving the 7 is because I don't want to end up with a negative number. Okay, so I'm going to take 6y minus 7 plus 7, and whatever I do to the left-hand side I have to do to the right. So I'm going to add 7 over here as well. Notice I'm keeping my equal signs lined up. So our new equation becomes 6y, because negative 7 or plus 7 or 7 minus 7 equals 0. And then we have 2y plus 16. Okay, so in the next step, I need to get all of my y's on one side of the equation. So I'm going to do that by subtracting 2 y's from each side. Which will give me a new equation that says 4y, because 6y minus 2y is 4y, equals 16, because 2y minus 2y is 0. Now, I want to get that y completely by itself so I know its value. And right now I have 4 y's, so I want to divide each side by 4 to get y by itself, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. So my answer is y equals 4. Remember, our final step is to substitute in our value for y and make sure that it's true in our equation. Let's do that really quickly. Okay, if we solved for y equaling 4, let's substitute that in. 6 times 4 minus 7 equals 2 times 4 plus 9. That gives us 24 minus 7 equals 8 plus 9, or 17 equals 17. Yes, we did our work correctly. Y equals 4. Let's work out another problem like this. Solve 3p plus 4 equals 5p minus 6. So for what value of p will this equation be true? Once again, we can try guess and check. If p equals 2, then we have 3 times 2 plus 4 equals 5 times 2 minus 6, or 6 plus 4 equals 10 minus 6. I can already see this isn't going to work. So 2 is not the right answer. Let's try if p equals 3. Then we have 3 times 3 plus 4 equals 5 times 3 minus 6, or 9 plus 4 equals 15 minus 6. 13 does not equal 9. Okay. Let's try if p equals 4. If p equals 4, we have 3 times 4 plus 4 equals 5 times 4 minus 6, or 12 plus 4 equals 20 minus 6. This looks a little bit more promising. 12 plus 4 is 16, and 20 minus 6 is 14. Nope, not quite. Okay, let's try if p equals 5. Getting closer, right? Our gap between the two numbers is getting smaller, so we're getting closer to the right answer. 3 times 5 plus 4 equals 5 times 5 minus 6. 15 plus 4 equals 25 minus 6. Oh, this looks good. 15 plus 4 is 19, and 25 minus 6 is 19. So our answer is p equals 5. Okay, that works. Guess and check works, but it takes a long time, and it's not a very sophisticated method, right? You're just guessing and then trying out different answers. I really recommend that you use method 2 because it gives you a quick answer once you figure out how to do the calculations. So let's go ahead and I'll show you method 2, and you'll see that it really leads you to the right answer much more quickly. All right, let's work this out using method 2, where we build up and break down both sides to isolate our variable p. Okay, we want to begin by getting all of our numbers, or all of our numerals, on one side. So we can either subtract 4 from each side, or we can add 6 to each side. What do you think we should do? Well, if we subtract 4, it'll look like this. Do you know how to simplify minus 6 minus 4? No, probably not yet. That's something you'll learn next year in 6th grade math. So let's go ahead and assume we're going to add 6 to both sides rather than subtracting 4 from both sides. So we'll have 3p plus 4 plus 6 equals 5p minus 6 plus 6. That'll give us 3p plus 10 equals 5p. All right, now we want to get all of the variables on one side. So our next step will be to take 3p plus 10, subtract away 3p, and on this side 5p minus 3p. Remember, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other to keep the equation balanced, so we don't throw off that scale and make the value heavier on one side than the other. So 3p minus 3p gives us 0, so on this side we just have 10. 5p minus 3p is 2p. Now finally, we want to isolate that p, get it all by itself. I'm going to divide each side by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2p divided by 2 is just p. So there's our answer. Our final step is to check by substituting our value into the original equation. So let's evaluate if p equals 5. That would give us 3 times 5 plus 4 equals 5 times 5 minus 6. 15 plus 4 on the left, 25 minus 6 on the right. That gives us an answer of 19 and 19. Yep, we did our work correctly. The value is p equals 5. Try evaluating these two problems on your own. Don't worry if you get stuck, we'll work them together tomorrow in class as well. But give it your best shot. Tomorrow we'll also practice more solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. Thanks for your hard work, and I'll see you tomorrow.